So I was speaking to somebody recently who was talking about their childhood, actually quite a few people. And I was giving a brief synopsis of my childhood, which there were words that resonated in my spirit, in my core, in my soul. And even if it wasn't said, I felt it. The words like stupid, useless, good for nothing, you won't amount to anything, stayed with me for years. And I think it was in my 20s, I revisited the child in me, and I was about 11, that child that I visited. And I spoke to that child and I said, it's okay. With those words, you still kept moving. You're employed, you're in a relationship. I literally spoke to the little person who probably felt that they wouldn't make it. They wouldn't make it to the age I was. I think I was like 25, 26. And I started healing from then because I spoke to the child and I literally just put one foot in front of the other. And because my whole experience was based on failure, because I knew I would fail with every single thing I did, I knew I wouldn't amount to anything. I was blessed and lucky because I started from failure. I just got on with being me and uncompromising at times, and developed relationships. And voila, I'm here. In shock that I'm in this place where me and some amazing, well-respected spirits exchange our thoughts, and they hear me and I hear them. And that is why this post is going out, to say to you, if I had stayed in my childhood and listened to the words of people who I trusted, who I loved, who were my first point of call for my identity and who I am, I would be nowhere. I wouldn't be able to get out of bed. And that is because I chose not to live in the past. It's as simple as this. We are adults. Some of us are well into our adulthood. And some of us are aunties, godparents, moms, partners, business people, professionals, employed, striving to live our dream. And then we're stuck on a sentence, words that were told to us when we were children, or behaviors. And we are stuck in our childhood. How can you have a grown-up life and you're stuck in your childhood? I can see how much I've grown from releasing those words. Now, what's interesting about these negative words that we settle within, we repeat it to the loved one or the person who we truly loved, right? Related by blood or not. You repeat that sentence to them and they don't flipping remember. They do not remember, right? Forget the fact that you might be debating whether they remember, they're pretending they remember or not. They flipping do not remember. You have been carrying that for years, and then you finally think, let me have a heart to heart. And I'm a victim of this situation, or I used to be a victim of this situation, and now I want to heal. So you want to speak on a level to this person and say, do you know what? I forgive you. They don't remember. Where the hell do you start from there? Where do you start from when somebody who has said hateful, negative, nasty, derogative words to you, they don't remember? And all they come out with words of love, right? So this is what I'm telling you. I'm trying to make this clear to you. The people who say these negative things, who love you, who want to stay connected to you, don't remember. And yet you are giving them the power. Does that make sense? You are giving them the power for something they said in passing a number of times, but don't remember. Now, you moving forward and growing is not dependent on them remembering that they said that or they behaved in a certain way. It should not be dependent on whether whoever's hurt your feelings remembers. Release the childhood. Release the hurt, because every time you keep the hurt, you are just feeding yourself with a non-progressive mindset, and you're going nowhere. I look at these amazing people, amazing spirits who speak their dream to me, and I'm honored to hear their dream. I love it, and I'm excited for them. And months go by, years go by, and they've done nothing. They've done nothing. Do you know why they've done nothing? When we sit and have a heart to heart, it always comes down to the fact that their childhood, our childhoods, we're defining ourselves through our childhoods, and it is so easy to release it. So this is the message I'm giving you. It is so easy. Go to the person who was hurt, whatever age you were, and speak to them and let them know, whilst you've been going through the hurt, you've still been doing great things. You've still been doing positive things. There's so much evidence of positive work you've been doing. The relationships you're having, the fact that you're even watching this post is a positive thing. Some people ain't capable of even hearing this truth, and they've stopped watching it from the beginning. You are watching it. So the message is, get rid of those negative thoughts of living in the past. And I share with you my everyday shit and my everyday stuff. And the reason why I do that is because I want you to know in real time how it's worked out for me. And then that hopefully inspires you, because in all honesty, truthfully, the idea is we all lift each other up. And where I get to, you are with me, and then you pursue your own, and you get to a higher stage, and then you help me. As I say to everyone when I give them my food for thought, is I give you so that you give me back, because energy settles. The earth is not round for no reason. The earth is round because it's meant to be round. It comes back like the boomerang. So when I give you this, I give you this in the hope that you pass it on to somebody else who needs it, or you give it to me one day when I have forgotten, you know, my truth and the lessons I've learned. You give me back what I gave you to help build me, because together we are stronger. So the message is, grow the hell up. Grow the hell up. Whoever said that to you didn't mean it, right? And even if they meant it, so what if they meant it? Live your truth. Live your truth and collect your evidence of yourself, from your actions, and define yourself by what you've done and who you've become and who you are. And the question of who am I, which is what I posted on my Instagram today, is such an important one. Who are you? And the answer to who you are evolves. You might give one answer today, but tomorrow there might be another additional words you add to that, or sentences, and then you might find that there are old words that come back, old definitions that come back. Who are you? Not what do you do, not like who you are to other people, i.e., you know, auntie, mother, you know, friend. Who are you without anyone around you, without you doing your work? Who are you? And you start first with human. I am human. Because the problem is, when you begin to take the title of where you were born and the color of your skin, you're beginning to confuse yourself. Because you happen to have the nose you have, the lips you have, the complexion you have, be born where you are, of the parents that you came from. You didn't control that. But what can you control about yourself? So I know that when I think of who I am, I know I'm one of these most authentic people. Like, I'm an authentic person. I will give you and tell you what I'm thinking. And I know sometimes it could hurt, and I apologize in advance, but I try and explain, like, I'm a woman who walks in intention. Everything I do is with intention. My whole life is intentional. I don't earn a living through compromising what I want for my spirit, for my soul. Right? And then I know once I feed my spirit and my soul, and I'm full and I'm non-compromising, I can be the best version of myself to everyone around me who I'm responsible for, and whose lives I'm in, and whose lives I share with. So the sense of self has to be very clear. I do not have to speak the definition of who I am. I do not have to tell you. In the way I communicate to you when you're face to face with me, to you when you speak to me on the phone, to you when you listen to what I say, tells you the person I am. It's something you do not have to, and that's what we struggle with. We keep thinking we have to articulate it. We do not have to have the verbal language of who we are. We can just be it. And somebody else can give it back to you and define you and tell you. And if they're wrong, that's okay. You don't have to correct them because it's not about them. It's not about how they perceive you. It's only about how you perceive yourself. Unapologetically me. So on my Facebook group, Lacey posts a gold cast, and this young boy is talking about the sneezing, and the sneezing is you getting out all the grimy stuff, and it's kind of a metaphor for our lives. It's like we need to let it out, all that we're meant to be. And I write under there that I am a loud sneezer. I am a loud sneezer, right? And my ex-boyfriend, with his long list of why he didn't want to be with me, listed that one of the reasons he ended it with, and your sneeze, right? Your sneeze is so loud that it's not natural, right? And I'd never thought about my sneeze being an issue. Actually, I thought that like my sneeze was loud, but it was non-offensive, right? It was non-offensive. It's just I sneeze loudly. Don't ask me why. That's my makeup. So anyway, he says, I bring attention to myself. I'm literally trying to bring attention to myself. And he doesn't like it when he's with me and I sneeze and everyone looks. So that's one of the reasons why he dumped me. Okay, so 20-something years after I was dumped, one of the reasons is because of my sneezing. I still sneeze the same way, loudly, and everybody who knows me and everybody who loves me and everybody who lives with me is used to hearing me sneeze, and they all react in the same way every time I sneeze. I can't tell you how many times somebody will look at me again like, really? Like, really? Did you have to shake the walls? But I can't help it. That's how I sneeze. And so those around me who hear me sneeze are used to it, and they either laugh or they just look at me. But like, I continue to sneeze as loudly because my body needs me to do that, and I can't help my physical situation. Like, I can't help the curl pattern I have, or the complexion I have, or my voice, which has been criticized, and I've been told my tone of voice is I've been told that recently, and I will share that with you on another post, about my voice being I come across rude and abrupt, and you know, I've had people tell me they don't like my tone of voice. Now, I can't help the vibration of my voice, and I can't help the way I sneeze. And by the way, that ex-boyfriend is still single. Well, he's single. So it just tells you that just be you. Like, sneeze as loud as you want. Let your voice be what it is. How can you criticize your voice? It's, you know, it's how it's come out of your mouth. It's just make the best use. So people are very negative about their being physically and who they are, and like, but I'm just like, just work with what you got, mate, and just turn it around. There's positives in everything, and if we rely on the superficial, we're never gonna progress. So grow up, grow the hell up. Don't get stuck in the past, in your childhood. Live your life unapologetically and step into your life, because the reason why I'm telling you this is you're not gonna find your calling and enjoy your calling and appreciate your calling and bask in your calling and enjoy your, just be the best and have the best life. If you're stuck on your childhood, you have to release the negative comments. So you have to release the comments about how you come across, the comments about your childhood, the comments about people predicting the type of person you are, people defining you. You have to define yourself and keep redefining yourself by how you are with yourself and how you're progressing in your life. And yes, I've been told I'm stubborn, but I'm really passionate about finding, like, being me and discovering more of me and being all I can be and earning a living through that without compromise, on my own terms. So that's my post. Is this making sense to you? Is this making sense to you? And if it is, share with somebody else who you feel needs this now, because you care, and like, because you know I'm right. How many of you people call me and say, are you talking to me, Melissa? So like because you know I'm right, and comment, because your comment matters, and sometimes you don't want to speak it, but you can text it. So comment, because your comment will help uplift someone, and you can be proud of yourself that that's like your thought process. So interact and subscribe, because I'm spontaneous and I don't know when I'm going to be posting. When I'm sometimes I can be in a dullish mood and I'll still post, but sometimes I feel I need the quiet to refuel. And even though I've said it's a 30-day challenge, I break the rules every time, because if I don't feel like doing it, I won't do it. And I trust that when I'm ready to do it, like now, this is completely spontaneous, I will just get on and do it. So subscribe, because I'm unpredictable. So you'll know when the posts come. Because I feel like when I go on my Instagram, my personal Instagram, I'm MelissacdBlake, I feel like I get the message immediately. Like when I open my Instagram, I just get the feed immediately of what the day is going to be like, or what I need to be, where I need to be focused and thinking. It's a reminder. So that's what this space is. It's a reminder to help you discover more of who you are. Thank you guys. Look after yourself, lovelies. Bye. Subscribe.